Waitress serves a mysterious customer, discovers a life-altering message on the bill, but when she reads it, Lily was a waitress at a small, cozy diner in a quiet town. She was kind and always had a smile for everyone. One rainy afternoon, a mysterious customer walked in. He wore a long, dark coat and a hat that shadowed his face. He sat at a corner table, away from the other customers. Lily approached him with a menu. "Good afternoon, sir. Can I get you something to drink?" she asked cheerfully. The man looked up briefly, his eyes twinkling with a strange light. "Just coffee, please," he replied in a soft, deep voice. Lily nodded and quickly brought him a steaming cup of coffee. The man sipped his coffee slowly, looking out the window at the falling rain. He seemed lost in thought, hardly noticing the other people around him. After a while, he ordered a simple meal, a bowl of chicken soup and a slice of apple pie. Lily served him and watched as he ate quietly. She couldn't help but wonder who he was and why he seemed so mysterious. When he finished his meal, the man asked for the bill. Lily brought it to him and went to serve other customers. A few minutes later, she noticed that the man had left. She hurried to the table to clear it and found the bill neatly folded next to a generous tip. Curious, Lily unfolded the bill. Her eyes widened as she read the message written in elegant handwriting. "Your kindness will be rewarded in ways you cannot imagine. Look under the sugar jar." Lily's heart raced. She glanced around to make sure no one was watching and carefully lifted the sugar jar. Beneath it was a small, old-fashioned key tied to a piece of parchment. The parchment had another message: "Find the red door on Maple Street." Lily couldn't believe what she was seeing. Her hands trembled as she put the key and the parchment in her pocket. She finished her shift in a daze, thoughts swirling in her mind. What could this all mean? Should she really go to Maple Street and look for the red door? As soon as her shift ended, Lily grabbed her coat and rushed out into the rainy evening. She walked quickly through the puddles, her heart pounding with excitement and curiosity. When she reached Maple Street, she started looking for a red door. After a few minutes of searching, she found it. It was a small weathered door in an alley between two old buildings. Taking a deep breath, she pulled out the key and slowly inserted it into the lock. With a soft click, the door swung open, revealing a dimly lit room filled with strange and wonderful things. Old books, sparkling trinkets, and maps of far-off places. In the middle of the room stood a wooden table with a single envelope on it, addressed to Lily. Her hand shook as she picked up the envelope and opened it. Inside was another note. "Dear Lily, your adventure has just begun. Follow the clues and find your destiny. Remember, kindness always comes back to you." Lily's eyes sparkled with wonder. She knew her life was about to change forever, and she couldn't wait to see what adventures lay ahead. But first, she had to find the next clue. Lily held the note tightly, her mind racing with possibilities. She looked around the room, wondering where the next clue could be hidden. The room was filled with intriguing items, old globes, antique furniture, and peculiar objects that seemed to have stories of their own. As she explored the room, her eyes fell on an old, dusty bookshelf. It was packed with books of all sizes and colors. One book, in particular, caught her attention. It was a thick, leather-bound volume with a golden star on the spine. Curious, she pulled the book from the shelf. To her surprise, the book was much lighter than she expected. When she'd opened it, she found that the pages had been cut out to create a hollow space inside. Nestled within the hollow was a small, ornate box. Lily carefully lifted the box out and placed it on the table. The box was decorated with intricate carvings and had a delicate latch. She opened it slowly, revealing a small rolled-up piece of parchment. Unrolling it, she read the next clue. "Seek the wise old owl in the enchanted forest. He will guide you to your next step." Lily's excitement grew. She had heard tales of the enchanted forest, a place where magical creatures and ancient secrets were said to reside. It was a place few dared to venture. But Lily felt a sense of courage and determination. She left the room, locking the red door behind her, and made her way to the edge of town, where the enchanted forest began. The trees were tall and thick, their branches intertwining to create a canopy that blocked out most of the sunlight. As she walked deeper into the forest, she felt a mix of trepidation and anticipation. The forest was alive with the sounds of rustling leaves and distant animal calls. Lily followed a narrow, winding path that seemed to lead her further into the heart of the forest. After what felt like hours of walking, she came to a clearing. In the middle of the clearing stood a massive oak tree, its branches spreading wide like welcoming arms. Perched on one of the branches was a wise-looking old owl with shimmering feathers. The owl's eyes glowed softly as it gazed at Lily. She approached the tree cautiously and spoke in a gentle voice. "Hello, Mr. Owl. I'm Lily. I was told to seek your guidance for my next step." The owl tilted its head and then spoke in a melodic voice. "Greetings, Lily. You are indeed on a great adventure. The path you seek lies through the hidden grove. But first, you must prove your worthiness by solving this riddle." Lily nodded eagerly, ready for the challenge. The owl recited the riddle. "I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?" Lily thought hard, repeating the riddle in her mind. After a few moments, a smile spread across her face as she realized the answer. "An echo," she said confidently. The owl nodded approvingly. "Well done, Lily. You have proven your worth. Follow the light of the fireflies, and they will lead you to the hidden grove where your next clue awaits." With that, the owl spread its wings and flew away. As dusk settled over the forest, tiny fireflies began to appear, their glowing lights creating a trail for Lily to follow. She took a deep breath and stepped forward, ready to uncover the next part of her adventure. Lily followed the trail of fireflies as they danced through the forest, their lights twinkling like tiny stars. The path wound deeper into the woods, and the trees seemed to whisper secrets as she passed. After a while, she reached a secluded grove where the fireflies circled around a large, ancient stone. In the center of the grove, the stone was covered in moss and vines, but something glinted underneath the greenery. Lily brushed away the moss and found a beautifully carved emblem of a tree with its roots and branches intertwined. Beneath the emblem was a small, circular indentation, just the size of the ornate box she had found earlier. Lily took out the box and placed it in the indentation. The ground trembled slightly and the stone shifted, revealing a hidden compartment. Inside was another rolled-up parchment. Lily carefully unrolled it and read the message. "Beyond the river, past the hills, in the valley where the rainbow spills, lies a treasure that's not made of gold. Seek it with a heart that's bold." The enchanted forest was known for its magical river that shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. Lily knew she had to find this river and follow the clues to the valley. Determined, she set off once more, her heart filled with excitement and a hint of nervousness. As she journeyed through the forest, she encountered various creatures, friendly squirrels, curious rabbits, and even a deer that watched her with gentle eyes. The forest seemed to be alive with magic, and Lily felt a deep connection to everything around her. After a long walk, she heard the sound of rushing water. She quickened her pace and soon arrived at the river. The water sparkled in shades of red, blue, green, and gold, creating a breathtaking sight. She followed the river upstream, knowing it would lead her to the valley mentioned in the clue. The journey was not easy. She had to climb over rocks, navigate through thick underbrush, and cross small streams, but her determination never wavered. As she climbed the last hill, she saw a magnificent sight. A valley bathed in sunlight, with a rainbow arching across the sky, touching the ground at one end. Lily made her way down to the valley, her heart pounding with anticipation. She walked to where the rainbow touched the ground and saw a small glowing chest. Carefully, she opened the chest and found not gold or jewels, but a collection of old letters and photographs. Curious, Lily sat down and began to read the letters. They were written by a woman named Eliza, who had lived in the town many years ago. Eliza wrote about her adventures, her dreams, and the people she loved. Each letter was filled with hope, courage, and kindness. As Lily read the last letter, she found a note addressed to her. "Dear Lily, these letters are my legacy to you. They are a reminder that the greatest treasures in life are not material things, but the love, kindness, and memories we create. Your journey is just beginning, and you have already shown great courage and heart. Continue to seek the good in the world, and you will find your true destiny." Tears welled up in Lily's eyes as she realized the true meaning of her adventure. She carefully placed the letters and photographs back in the chest and stood up, feeling a profound sense of purpose. The sun was setting, casting a golden glow over the valley, and she knew she had to return home and share what she had learned. But as she turned to leave, she noticed a path leading further into the valley, illuminated by the fading light. Lily took a deep breath and stepped onto the path, ready to uncover even more of the mysteries that awaited her. Lily followed the path deeper into the valley, her steps guided by the soft glow of the setting sun. The path wound through fields of wildflowers and groves of ancient trees. She felt a sense of peace and wonder, as if the valley itself was welcoming her. As night began to fall, the stars appeared in the sky, twinkling like a million tiny lanterns. The path led Lily to a clearing where a cozy cabin stood. Smoke curled from the chimney, and warm light spilled from the windows. She approached the cabin, feeling both curious and cautious. Before she could knock, the door opened, and an elderly woman with kind eyes and silver hair stepped out. She smiled warmly at Lily. "Welcome, Lily. I've been expecting you," the woman said. Lily was surprised, but also felt a strange sense of familiarity. "How do you know my name?" The woman chuckled softly. "I am Eliza, the one who wrote the letters you found. This is my home." Lily's eyes widened in amazement. "But how is that possible? You wrote those letters a long time ago." Eliza nodded. "Time works differently in this valley. I knew you would come one day. Please, come inside." Lily followed Eliza into the cabin. The inside was cozy and filled with the comforting scent of herbs and spices. A fire crackled in the fireplace, and shelves were lined with books, trinkets, and more letters. Eliza motioned for Lily to sit by the fire. "I have so much to tell you, Lily," Eliza began. "This valley is a place of magic and secrets, a place where those who are pure of heart can find their true path." Lily listened intently as Eliza shared stories of her own adventures, the people she had met, and the wisdom she had gained. She explained that the valley had chosen Lily because of her kindness and courage. "You have a special gift, Lily," Eliza said. "You have the power to bring light and hope to others. Your journey is far from over, and there are still many secrets to uncover. But remember, the greatest treasure you can find is the love and kindness you share with the world." Lily felt a sense of awe and gratitude. She realized that her adventure was not just about finding clues or solving riddles, but about discovering her own strength and purpose. Eliza handed Lily a beautifully crafted journal. "This is for you. Write down your thoughts, your dreams, and your experiences. It will help guide you on your journey." Lily took the journal, feeling its weight in her hands. She thanked Eliza and promised to cherish it. As the night grew deeper, Eliza showed Lily to a cozy bed where she could rest. "Tomorrow, a new part of your adventure begins," Eliza said softly. "Sleep well, dear Lily." As Lily lay in the warm bed, she thought about everything she had experienced. She knew that her journey was just beginning, and that she had a special destiny to fulfill. With a heart full of hope and excitement, she closed her eyes and drifted into a peaceful sleep, ready to face whatever awaited her the next day. The morning sun filtered through the curtains, waking Lily with its gentle light. She stretched and sat up, feeling refreshed and eager for the day ahead. She quickly got dressed and made her way to the kitchen, where Eliza was already preparing breakfast. "Good morning, Lily," Eliza greeted her with a warm smile. "I hope you slept well." "I did, thank you," Lily replied. "I'm ready for the next part of my journey." Eliza nodded and placed a plate of pancakes in front of Lily. "Eat first, my dear. You need your strength." As Lily ate, Eliza shared more about the valley and its magic. She explained that the valley was a sanctuary for those who sought to find their true selves, and that each person who entered had their own unique path to follow. After breakfast, Eliza handed Lily a small ornate compass. "This compass will guide you. It doesn't point north, but it will always show you the direction you need to go." Lily took the compass, feeling its cool metal in her hand. She thanked Eliza and stepped outside, ready to continue her adventure. The compass needle spun for a moment before settling in a direction opposite the path she had taken the previous day. With a determined heart, Lily followed the compass through the valley. She walked for hours, the landscape around her changing from lush forests to rolling hills, and finally to a serene meadow. In the center of the meadow stood a majestic tree with silver leaves that shimmered in the sunlight. As Lily approached the tree, she saw a small figure sitting at its base. It was a young girl, no older than 8, with a worried expression on her face. Lily knelt down beside her. "Hello," Lily said gently. "My name is Lily. What's your name?" The girl looked up with tear-filled eyes. "I'm Emma. I'm lost, and I can't find my way home." Lily's heart went out to the girl. "Don't worry, Emma. I'll help you find your way home. Where do you live?" Emma pointed to the far side of the meadow. "I live in a cottage near the big oak tree." Lily smiled and held out her hand. "Let's go find your cottage together." Emma took Lily's hand, and they walked across the meadow, chatting along the way. Lily learned that Emma had wandered away from home while playing and gotten lost. She reassured Emma, telling her stories of her own adventures to keep her spirits high. When they reached the big oak tree, Emma's face lit up. There it is. That's my home. A small cottage nestled beneath the oak tree, smoke curling from its chimney. Emma's parents rushed out, relief and joy on their faces as they saw Emma. They hugged her tightly, thanking Lily profusely for bringing their daughter back safely. "Thank you so much," Emma's mother said, tears of gratitude in her eyes. "How can we ever repay you?" Lily shook her head, smiling warmly. "There's no need for repayment. I'm just glad Emma is safe." As Lily turned to leave, Emma ran up and hugged her. "Thank you, Lily. You're my hero." Lily's heart swelled with warmth. She waved goodbye to Emma and her family, then checked the compass. The needle had shifted, pointing her towards a new direction. She walked on, the path leading her to a sparkling lake surrounded by towering mountains. As she approached the lake, she saw a boat tied to a dock. A man with a friendly smile stood beside it. "Hello there," the man greeted her. "Are you looking for a ride across the lake?" Lily nodded. "Yes, I am. I'm following this compass." The man chuckled. "Ah, a seeker of the valley's secrets. Hop in, and I'll take you to the other side." Lily climbed into the boat, and the man began to row. The water was clear and calm, reflecting the sky like a mirror. As they glided across the lake, Lily felt a sense of peace and anticipation. When they reached the other side, the man helped Lily out of the boat. "Good luck on your journey," he said with a wink. "The valley has great plans for you." Lily thanked him and continued on her way. She followed the compass through a dense forest, where the trees whispered ancient secrets, and the air was filled with the scent of pine. Eventually, she came to a clearing where a beautiful crystal cave sparkled in the sunlight. The entrance was guarded by a wise-looking old man with a long white beard. "Welcome, Lily," the man said. "I am the guardian of the crystal cave. Inside, you will find a challenge that will test your heart and spirit. Are you ready?" Lily took a deep breath and nodded. "Yes, I am ready." The guardian smiled and stepped aside, allowing Lily to enter the cave. The walls glowed with the light of countless crystals, casting rainbow reflections all around. As Lily ventured deeper, she felt a sense of awe and wonder. In the heart of the cave, she found a pedestal with a glowing crystal heart resting on it. A voice echoed through the cave, gentle and wise. "Lily, to claim the crystal heart, you must show the true strength of your kindness. Share your light, and the heart will be yours." Lily thought about all the people she had helped on her journey, from the mysterious man in the diner to the lost girl in the meadow. She knew that her greatest strength was her ability to bring light and hope to others. She closed her eyes, focusing on the warmth in her heart, and began to speak softly. "I am Lily, and I believe in the power of kindness and love. I have learned that the greatest treasures are the moments we share and the lives we touch. With this light, I wish to bring joy and hope to the world." As she spoke, the crystal heart began to glow brighter, filling the cave with its radiant light. When she finished, the heart lifted from the pedestal and floated into her hands. "You have proven yourself, Lily," the voice said. "The crystal heart is yours. Use its power wisely and continue to spread your light." Lily held the crystal heart close, feeling its warmth and energy. She thanked the voice and made her way out of the cave, ready to face whatever new adventures awaited her. The path was clear, and the compass pointed steadily forward. With the crystal heart in hand and a heart full of courage, Lily stepped into the light, knowing that her journey was far from over and that the world was full of endless possibilities. Lily emerged from the crystal cave, the warm light of the heart illuminating her path. She felt a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that she was now equipped with the power to spread even more kindness and hope. As she walked through the dense forest, the trees seemed to whisper words of encouragement, and the animals peeked out from their hiding places, watching her with curiosity and respect. The compass guided her along a winding path, leading her to a small village nestled at the foot of a towering mountain. The village was bustling with activity. Children played in the streets, merchants sold their goods at colorful stalls, and villagers greeted each other with smiles and laughter. But there was something else that caught Lily's attention, a sense of urgency and worry among the people. Lily approached an elderly woman who was sitting on a bench, knitting a bright scarf. "Excuse me," Lily said politely. "Is something wrong?" Everyone seemed so concerned. The woman looked up, her eyes filled with sadness. "Oh, dear child, it's our well. It has dried up, and without water, our crops are failing and our animals are thirsty. We don't know what to do." Lily's heart went out to the villagers. She knew she had to help. "I have a special gift," she said, holding up the crystal heart. "Perhaps it can help us find a solution." The elderly woman's eyes widened with hope. "You are truly a blessing, dear child. Please, come with me to the well." Lily followed the woman to the center of the village, where a large well stood. Villagers had gathered around, their faces etched with worry. Lily stepped forward and held the crystal heart over the well, closing her eyes and focusing on the warmth and energy within it. "Let the power of kindness and love flow through this heart and bring water to these people who need it," Lily whispered. The crystal heart began to glow brighter and brighter, casting a warm light over the well. Suddenly, there was a deep rumbling sound, and water began to gush from the well, clear and sparkling. The villagers cheered with joy, rushing to fill their buckets and drink the fresh water. Tears of gratitude streamed down the faces of the villagers. They surrounded Lily, thanking her profusely. "You have saved our village," a man said, his voice choked with emotion. "We will never forget your kindness." Lily smiled, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. "I'm glad I could help. Remember, the power of kindness can create miracles." As the villagers celebrated, Lily felt a gentle tug on her sleeve. She looked down to see a little boy with big, curious eyes. "Are you a magical fairy?" he asked. Lily laughed softly. "No, I'm just someone who believes in the power of kindness. You can be magical too, by helping others and spreading joy." The boy's eyes sparkled with excitement. "I will. I'll help everyone I can." Lily gave the boy a hug and then turned to the path ahead. The compass pointed towards the mountain, its peak shrouded in mist. She knew her journey was far from over, and that there were more people to help and more adventures to be had. She waved goodbye to the villagers and started her ascent up the mountain. The path was steep and challenging, but Lily's determination never wavered. The crystal heart's light guided her, and she felt a sense of calm and courage with each step. As she climbed higher, the air grew cooler, and the landscape changed from lush forests to rocky terrain. She came across a narrow ledge with a breathtaking view of the valley below. Taking a moment to rest, Lily sat down and opened the journal Eliza had given her. She wrote about the village, the well, and the joy of helping others. Just as she finished writing, a shadow passed overhead. Looking up, Lily saw a majestic eagle soaring through the sky. It circled above her and then swooped down, landing gracefully on a nearby rock. The eagle looked at Lily with piercing eyes. "Greetings, Lily. I am the guardian of the mountain. You have shown great courage and kindness. What brings you to this peak?" Lily stood up, feeling honored to speak with the eagle. "I seek to spread light and hope wherever I go. My journey has led me here, and I believe there is more I need to do." The eagle nodded. "Indeed there is. At the peak of this mountain lies a hidden sanctuary, a place of great power and wisdom. Only those with a pure heart can enter. You must find the sanctuary of the sky and unlock its secrets." Lily felt a surge of excitement. "I will do my best." The eagle spread its wings. "Follow the path to the summit. Trust in your heart and the crystal's light. You will find what you seek." With that, the eagle took flight, soaring back into the sky. Lily watched it for a moment, feeling inspired by its grace and strength. She resumed her climb, her steps sure and steady. The path grew steeper and more treacherous, but she never faltered. Finally, after what seemed like hours, she reached the summit. There, nestled among the clouds, was a beautiful sanctuary made of gleaming white stone. Its walls were adorned with intricate carvings of celestial beings and symbols of wisdom. Lily approached the entrance, the crystal heart glowing brighter with each step. The large doors of the sanctuary opened, and she stepped inside, her breath taken away by the sight before her. The interior was filled with shimmering light, and at the center stood a pedestal with a large, ancient book. As she walked towards the book, a gentle voice filled the air. "Welcome, Lily. You have proven yourself worthy. This book contains the wisdom of the ages and the secrets of the sky. It is yours to study and learn from." Lily reached out and touched the book. The moment she did, she felt a surge of knowledge and understanding flow through her. She knew that this wisdom would help her on her journey and enable her to spread even more light and kindness. With a heart full of gratitude, Lily began to read the book, eager to learn its secrets. She knew that her adventure was far from over and that the path ahead was filled with endless possibilities. Lily spent hours immersed in the ancient book, absorbing its wisdom and insights. The pages were filled with stories of great deeds, lessons on compassion, and secrets of the universe. Each chapter seemed to unlock a new understanding within her, and she felt her heart and mind expanding with every word. As she finished the last page, the book glowed softly and then closed itself. The gentle voice spoke again. "You have learned well, Lily. The knowledge you now possess will guide you on your journey. Remember, wisdom is a gift to be shared. Use it to help others and spread light." Lily nodded, feeling a deep sense of responsibility and purpose. "Thank you. I will do my best." She left the sanctuary, carrying the book and the crystal heart. The mountain path seemed less daunting now, and she made her way down with ease. The sun was setting, casting a golden glow over the valley below. As she descended, she noticed a small village at the foot of the mountain, nestled among the trees. Curious, Lily headed towards the village. When she arrived, she found the villagers gathered in the square, looking worried and upset. An elderly man with a kind face noticed Lily and approached her. "Hello, young traveler," he said. "You come in a troubled time. Our village elder is very ill, and we fear we may lose him. He has always been the heart of our community." Lily felt a pang of concern. "I may be able to help. I have learned many things on my journey, and I carry a crystal heart that holds great power." The man looked hopeful. "Please, come with me." He led Lily to a small, cozy house at the edge of the village. Inside, an old man lay in bed, his face pale and his breathing shallow. The room was filled with worried villagers, all looking to Lily with hope in their eyes. Lily approached the elder's bed and held up the crystal heart. She closed her eyes and concentrated, allowing the warmth and energy of the heart to flow through her. "Let the power of kindness and healing fill this room and bring comfort to this elder," she whispered. The crystal heart glowed brightly, casting a gentle light over the elder. Slowly, his breathing steadied, and color returned to his cheeks. His eyes fluttered open, and he looked around, bewildered but stronger. "Thank you," he said weakly, his voice filled with gratitude. "You have saved me." The villagers cheered and surrounded Lily, expressing their heartfelt thanks. The elderly man who had first spoken to her stepped forward, tears in his eyes. "You are truly a miracle worker. How can we ever repay you?" Lily smiled warmly. "There is no need for repayment. Helping others is its own reward. Just remember to be kind to one another and spread love and hope." The villagers nodded, their hearts filled with gratitude and joy. As they celebrated, Lily felt a sense of fulfillment and peace. She knew she was on the right path. That night, the villagers insisted that Lily stay and rest. They prepared a feast in her honor, and she shared stories of her adventures with them. The village was filled with laughter and happiness, and Lily felt at home among these kind people. The next morning, as the sun rose, Lily prepared to continue her journey. The villagers gathered to see her off, each one offering words of thanks and encouragement. The elder, now much stronger, handed Lily a small pouch filled with seeds. "These are the seeds of the heart flower," he explained. "Plant them wherever you go, and they will grow into beautiful flowers that spread love and joy. It is our gift to you." Lily accepted the pouch gratefully. "Thank you. I will cherish this gift and use it to spread kindness." With a final wave to the villagers, Lily set off, the compass pointing her towards new adventures. She walked with a light heart, knowing that she was making a difference in the world. As she journeyed through forests and meadows, across rivers and hills, Lily planted the heart flower seeds. Each time she did, the flowers blossomed into radiant blooms, filling the air with their sweet fragrance and bringing smiles to all who saw them. Lily's journey took her to many places, and she encountered countless people in need of hope and kindness. She used the knowledge from the ancient book and the power of the crystal heart to help them, always spreading light and love. One day, as she walked along the peaceful riverside, she heard a faint melodic song carried by the breeze. She followed the sound and soon found a young girl sitting by the water, singing softly to herself. The girl looked up as Lily approached, her eyes wide with surprise. "Hello," Lily said with a gentle smile. "Your song is beautiful. What's your name?" The girl smiled shyly. "I'm Emily. I like to come here and sing. It makes me feel happy." Lily sat down beside Emily. "Singing is a wonderful way to share joy. Do you sing for others too?" Emily shook her head. "I'm too shy. I only sing when I'm alone." Lily thought for a moment. "Would you like to learn a special song? It's a song of kindness and hope, and it has the power to make people smile. Emily's eyes lit up with curiosity. Yes, please. Lily took a deep breath and began to sing a simple, beautiful melody. Emily listened carefully, and soon they were singing together, their voices blending harmoniously. As they sang, the heart flowers nearby seemed to glow even brighter, their petals swaying gently in time with the music. When they finished, Emily looked at Lily with wonder. That was amazing. I feel so happy inside. Lily smiled. That's the power of sharing your gift with others. You have a beautiful voice, Emily. Don't be afraid to let others hear it. Emily nodded, her shyness melting away. I will. Thank you, Lily. They hugged, and Lily continued on her journey, her heart filled with joy. She knew that Emily would go on to spread her own light through her music, just as Lily did with her kindness. Lily's adventures took her far and wide, to bustling cities and quiet villages, to towering mountains and serene valleys. She made new friends, solved mysteries, and helped countless people along the way. And everywhere she went, she planted heartflower seeds, leaving a trail of beauty and hope. One day, as the sun set on another beautiful adventure, Lily found herself at the edge of a vast ocean. The compass pointed towards the horizon, where the sky met the sea in a blaze of colors. Lily took a deep breath, feeling the salty breeze on her face. She knew that her journey was far from over, and that there were still many more people to help and adventures to be had. With the crystal heart glowing warmly in her hand and the ancient book's wisdom in her mind, Lily stepped forward, ready to embrace whatever the future held. The world was full of endless possibilities, and she was determined to make it a brighter, kinder place, one step at a time. Lily stood at the edge of the vast ocean, her heart filled with anticipation. She looked at the compass, its needle pointing unwaveringly towards the horizon. The waves gently lapped at the shore, as if whispering secrets of far-off lands. Determined, she took a small boat that was moored nearby and set sail. The boat rocked gently as she paddled away from the shore, the ocean's vastness spreading out before her. The crystal heart in her hand glowed softly, guiding her way even as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of pink and gold. As night fell, the stars appeared, twinkling brightly above her. Lily felt a sense of calm and wonder, knowing that she was never truly alone on her journey. The stars seemed to sing a soft lullaby, and she allowed herself to drift into a peaceful sleep, trusting that the ocean would carry her safely. When Lily awoke, the first light of dawn was breaking. She found herself near a small island, lush with greenery and alive with the sounds of birds and insects. She paddled towards it, curious to explore this new place. As she approached the shore, she saw a figure standing on the beach, waving to her. The figure was a young boy with tousled hair and a bright smile. Hello, my name is Leo. Welcome to our island. Lily smiled and stepped out of the boat. Hi, Leo. I'm Lily. It's nice to meet you. Leo's eyes sparkled with excitement. We've been waiting for someone like you. Our island has a mystery that needs solving, and we believe you can help. Intrigued, Lily followed Leo through the dense jungle to a clearing where the villagers had gathered. They greeted her warmly and told her about the island's legend, a hidden treasure that could only be found by someone with a pure heart and a brave spirit. The village elder, a wise woman with silver hair, stepped forward. Lily, we have heard of your deeds and your kindness. We believe you are the one who can find the treasure and unlock its power. Lily nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and responsibility. I'll do my best. The villagers guided her to an ancient stone temple hidden deep in the jungle. The entrance was adorned with carvings of mythical creatures and symbols of protection. Inside, the air was cool and filled with a sense of mystery. Lily walked through the temple, her footsteps echoing softly. The walls were covered in more carvings, depicting stories of the island's history and the treasure's origins. She followed the path until she reached a large chamber with a pedestal in the center. On the pedestal lay a golden key, intricate and shimmering in the dim light. Lily reached out and picked it up, feeling its weight and the warmth it seemed to emanate. The key was inscribed with ancient symbols that glowed faintly as she held it. Suddenly, the ground beneath her feet trembled, and a hidden door in the wall slowly opened, revealing a staircase leading down into the darkness. Taking a deep breath, Lily descended the stairs, the golden key lighting her way. At the bottom of the stairs, she found herself in a vast underground cavern. In the center was a beautiful crystal-clear pool of water. and at the edge of the pool stood a stone altar. On the altar lay a treasure chest, adorned with jewels and intricate carvings. Lily approached the chest, feeling a sense of awe. She placed the golden key into the lock and turned it. The chest opened with a soft click, revealing its contents. Inside was a shimmering, multicolored orb that seemed to pulse with energy. As Lily reached out to touch the orb, a voice echoed through the cavern. "You have found the heart of the island, a source of immense power and wisdom. Use it wisely, Lily, to protect and nurture the island and its people." Lily carefully lifted the orb from the chest, feeling its warmth and energy flow through her. She knew that this treasure was not just a gift for the island, but a responsibility for her to safeguard and use for the greater good. With the orb in her hands, Lily made her way back to the village. The villagers cheered as she emerged from the jungle, holding the heart of the island high. The elder stepped forward, her eyes filled with gratitude. "Lily, you have done what no one else could. You have found the heart of the island and brought hope to our people. We are forever in your debt." Lily smiled, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. "It's an honor to help. Let's use this gift to make our island a better place for everyone." The villagers celebrated, their hearts filled with joy and hope. Together, they planted the heart flower seeds Lily had brought with her, watching as the beautiful flowers bloomed, spreading their light and fragrance throughout the island. As the sun set on another day of adventure and kindness, Lily knew that her journey was far from over. There were still many places to explore, many people to help, and many more seeds of love and hope to plant. With the heart of the island in her care and the crystal heart guiding her way, Lily set off on her next adventure, ready to embrace whatever challenges and wonders awaited her. The world was full of endless possibilities, and she was determined to make it a brighter, kinder place, one step at a time. Lily left the island with a warm farewell from the villagers, her heart filled with their gratitude and the new responsibility she carried. The heart of the island was now a part of her, and its power seemed to hum quietly alongside the crystal heart she still held. As she sailed back to the mainland, the compass led her to new lands, and the adventures she encountered became more wondrous and challenging. She traveled through dense forests, across expansive deserts, and even scaled icy mountains, always guided by her mission to spread kindness and hope. One sunny afternoon, Lily found herself in a bustling port town. The air was filled with the scent of the sea and the sounds of merchants shouting their wares. As she wandered through the market, she noticed a young girl sitting alone, looking sad and lost. Lily approached her with a gentle smile. "Hi there. My name is Lily. Is everything okay?" The girl looked up, her eyes filled with tears. "I'm Clara. I lost my parents in the crowd, and I don't know how to find them." Lily's heart went out to Clara. She knelt down and took her hand. "Don't worry, Clara. We'll find your parents together." They walked through the busy market, asking the vendors and townspeople if they had seen Clara's parents. Everyone was kind and helpful, but no one had seen them. As they searched, Lily told Clara stories of her adventures, making her laugh and forget her worries for a while. Just as the sun began to set, they heard a familiar voice calling out, "Clara, Clara, where are you?" Clara's face lit up with joy. "That's my mom." They followed the voice and soon found Clara's parents, who were anxiously searching for her. Clara ran into their arms, and they hugged her tightly, tears of relief streaming down their faces. They thanked Lily profusely, their gratitude evident in their eyes. "It's nothing," Lily said with a smile. "I'm just glad I could help." Clara's parents insisted on treating Lily to dinner at a nearby tavern as a token of their appreciation. As they sat together, sharing stories and laughter, Lily felt a sense of belonging and warmth. After dinner, Lily bid farewell to Clara and her family, knowing that their paths had crossed for a reason. As she walked through the quiet streets of the town, the compass in her hand began to glow softly, pointing towards the horizon once more. The next morning, Lily set off again, her heart filled with the joy of having reunited a family. She traveled through rolling hills and peaceful meadows until she reached a small village nestled in a lush valley. The villagers welcomed her warmly, offering her food and shelter. As she explored the village, she noticed an old, abandoned mill by the river. The villagers told her that the mill had once been the heart of their community, but it had fallen into disrepair and was now haunted by strange noises and eerie lights. Intrigued, Lily decided to investigate. She approached the mill at dusk, the sky painted with the colors of sunset. As she stepped inside, the air grew cool, and she felt a shiver run down her spine. The interior was dark and dusty, filled with old machinery and cobwebs. Lily held up the crystal heart, its light illuminating the space. She noticed faint footprints in the dust, leading deeper into the mill. Following them, she found a hidden door that creaked open with a touch. Inside, she discovered a small, cozy room, filled with books, maps, and strange devices. Sitting at a desk was an elderly man with a kind face and bright, curious eyes. He looked up, surprised to see Lily. "Who are you?" he asked, his voice gentle. Lily introduced herself and explained her journey. The old man smiled warmly. "My name is Professor Alden. I used to be the miller here, but I also loved studying the stars and the mysteries of the world. When the mill closed, I moved in here to continue my research in peace." Lily listened with fascination as Professor Alden told her about his discoveries and theories. He showed her a large, old map of the valley, with markings indicating places of interest and strange occurrences. "The villagers think this place is haunted, but it's just the sound of my experiments," he explained with a chuckle. "I've been trying to unlock the secrets of the river and its connection to the stars." Lily felt a surge of excitement. "Maybe I can help. I've learned a lot on my journey, and I have the crystal heart that seems to guide me." Professor Alden's eyes widened in amazement as he examined the crystal heart. "This is incredible. With its power, we might be able to uncover the hidden mysteries of the valley." Together, they spent days exploring the mill, studying the river, and mapping the stars. The villagers, curious about the strange lights and sounds coming from the mill, began to visit, helping with the experiments and sharing their own stories and knowledge. Slowly, the old mill became a place of wonder and discovery, filled with laughter and learning. The villagers and Professor Alden worked together to repair the mill, turning it into a community center where people could gather, learn, and share. One evening, as Lily and Professor Alden were stargazing on the mill's roof, they noticed a bright star twinkling more brilliantly than the others. The professor pointed it out, his voice filled with excitement. "That star, it's never been so bright before. It must be a sign." Lily felt a sense of anticipation. "What does it mean?" Professor Alden smiled. "It means that your journey is far from over. There are still many mysteries to uncover and many people to help. The world is vast, and your kindness and courage are needed everywhere." Lily nodded, feeling the truth in his words. She knew that her adventure would continue, leading her to new places and new challenges. The crystal heart glowed softly in her hand, a reminder of the light and hope she carried within her. As she prepared to leave the village, the villagers gathered to bid her farewell. They presented her with a beautifully crafted compass, inlaid with precious stones. "To guide you on your journey," they said. "Thank you for bringing light and joy to our lives." Lily accepted the gift with gratitude, her heart filled with the warmth of their love and appreciation. She set off once more, the new compass and the crystal heart guiding her towards new horizons. With every step, Lily knew that her journey was about more than just the places she visited or the people she helped. It was about the connections she made, the kindness she spread, and the endless possibilities that lay ahead. The world was full of wonder and magic, and Lily was determined to explore it all, one step at a time, bringing light and hope wherever she went. Lily left the village with the new compass in hand, its inlaid stones catching the sunlight and sparkling brightly. She walked through meadows and forests, always following the gentle pull of the compass needle. The crystal heart nestled safely in her pocket, its warmth a constant reminder of her mission. One day, as she traveled along a quiet forest path, she heard the faint sound of music. It was soft and enchanting, drifting through the trees like a whisper. Curious, Lily followed the sound until she reached a clearing. There, she saw a group of children gathered around a tall, slender woman playing a golden harp. The woman's long silver hair flowed like a waterfall, and her fingers danced gracefully over the strings. The children were entranced by the music, their faces glowing with joy. As Lily approached, the woman looked up and smiled warmly. "Welcome, traveler," she said, her voice as melodious as the harp. "I am Seraphina, the guardian of this forest. What brings you here?" Lily introduced herself and told Seraphina about her journey and the mission to spread kindness and hope. Seraphina listened intently, her eyes shining with understanding. "You have a noble heart, Lily," she said. "Our forest has been peaceful for many years, but recently, a dark presence has been felt in the northern woods. The animals are restless, and the trees whisper of an ancient curse. I fear that if we do not act soon, the darkness will spread." Lily felt a surge of determination. I will help. Together, we can find a way to lift the curse and restore peace to the forest. Serafina nodded. Thank you, Lily. Your bravery and kindness are just what we need. With Serafina leading the way, they ventured into the northern woods. The trees grew denser, and the air cooler as they walked. The sunlight barely penetrated the thick canopy, casting eerie shadows on the forest floor. As they traveled deeper into the woods, they encountered strange and unsettling sights. Withered plants, frightened animals, and a sense of unease that hung heavily in the air. Serafina explained that the curse was linked to an old, abandoned castle hidden deep within the forest. The castle was once the home of a powerful sorcerer, she said, but his greed and thirst for power led him to practice dark magic. When he was defeated, the castle was sealed and the forest began to heal, but it seems that the curse has awakened once more. Determined to break the curse, Lily and Serafina continued their journey until they reached the castle. It stood tall and foreboding, its walls covered in dark ivy, and its windows like empty eyes, staring out at the world. The air around the castle was thick with an unnatural chill. As they approached the entrance, the crystal heart in Lily's pocket began to glow brightly, casting a warm light that pushed back the darkness. Serafina placed a hand on the castle door, and it creaked open, revealing a grand hall filled with shadows. They stepped inside, the light from the crystal heart illuminating their path. The hall was filled with old dusty furniture and faded tapestries. At the far end, a grand staircase led up to the higher floors. Serafina and Lily explored the castle, searching for the source of the curse. They found a library filled with ancient books, a grand dining hall with a long, dusty table, and a series of empty bedrooms. Each room held traces of the sorcerer's dark magic, but there was no sign of the curse's origin. Finally, they reached the top floor and found the door adorned with intricate carvings and glowing runes. Serafina examined the door closely. "This must be it," she said. "The sorcerer's study. The source of the curse is likely inside." Lily stepped forward and placed her hand on the door. The runes glowed brighter, and the door swung open with a low creak. Inside, they found a large room filled with shelves of ancient scrolls and books. In the center of the room was a pedestal, and on it rested a dark crystal that pulsed with a malevolent energy. "This is it," Serafina whispered, "the heart of the curse." Lily approached the dark crystal, feeling its cold power radiating from it. She took the crystal heart from her pocket, its warm light growing even brighter in the presence of the darkness. "Let the light of kindness and hope dispel this darkness," she whispered. She held the crystal heart over the dark crystal. As the light from the crystal heart enveloped the dark crystal, the room filled with a brilliant glow. The dark crystal began to crack and shatter, its malevolent energy dissipating into the air. The light grew brighter and brighter until it filled the entire castle. The shadows fled, and the chill in the air disappeared. When the light finally dimmed, the dark crystal was gone, and in its place lay a small, glowing seed. Lily picked up the seed, feeling its warmth and potential. "The curse is broken," she said with a smile. "The forest will heal." Serafina's eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you, Lily. You have saved our forest and brought hope to us all." As they left the castle, the forest around them seemed to come alive. The trees stood taller, the air felt warmer, and the animals emerged from their hiding places, filled with curiosity and joy. The villagers from the nearby village gathered to celebrate the lifting of the curse. They danced and sang, their hearts filled with gratitude for Lily and Serafina. Lily planted the glowing seed in the center of the forest, and it quickly sprouted into a magnificent tree, its branches filled with heart flowers. The tree became a symbol of hope and renewal, its blossoms spreading light and joy throughout the forest. As the celebrations continued, Serafina approached Lily with a thoughtful expression. "There is one more thing," she said. "The sorcerer who created the curse left behind a map that leads to other places of dark magic. If you're willing, you could continue your journey and bring light to those places as well." Lily nodded, feeling a sense of purpose. "I will. The world is full of places that need kindness and hope. I'll do my best to help them." With the map in hand and the compass pointing her way, Lily set off once more. Her heart was filled with the joy of having lifted the curse and the anticipation of the adventures yet to come. The world was vast and full of mysteries, but with each step, Lily knew she was making it a brighter, kinder place. Lily embarked on her next journey with a renewed sense of purpose. The map given by Serafina detailed several locations where dark magic still lingered, each marked with ancient symbols. The compass, now a precious gift from the villagers, continued to guide her through the ever-changing landscapes. Her travels took her through vibrant meadows, bustling cities, and rugged mountains. Each place had its own unique beauty and challenges. Lily's mission was clear: to spread light and hope wherever darkness threatened. One chilly morning, as she walked through a dense, misty forest, the compass began to glow with an intense blue light. Following its direction, Lily arrived at a secluded glen, where a small ancient temple stood half-hidden by overgrown vines. The air felt thick with an unsettling stillness. Lily approached the temple cautiously. The entrance was flanked by towering statues of mythical creatures, their eyes seemingly watching her every move. As she stepped inside, she noticed that the walls were adorned with faded murals, depicting scenes of both harmony and discord. In the center of the temple was a large altar covered in dust. Atop it lay an ornate jeweled box with strange symbols carved into its surface. Lily felt a shiver of anticipation as she approached the altar. The compass began to spin wildly, indicating that the source of the dark magic was near. With steady hands, Lily opened the jeweled box. Inside was a small ancient book bound in dark leather. As she picked it up, the room seemed to shiver, and a low growl echoed through the temple. The book was titled The Tome of Shadows. Its pages were filled with cryptic text and illustrations of dark creatures. As Lily turned the pages, she discovered that the tome contained spells and rituals meant to summon and control dark forces. The dark magic that had seeped into the forest was clearly tied to this book. Suddenly, the mist in the temple thickened and shadows began to writhe and shift. A dark figure materialized from the shadows, its eyes glowing with a sinister light. It was a shadowy wraith, the manifestation of the dark magic contained in the tome. Lily's heart pounded, but she stood her ground, the crystal heart in her hand glowing brightly. She knew that facing this dark entity was crucial to breaking the curse. The wraith hissed and lunged towards her, its form shifting and swirling like smoke. Lily raised the crystal heart high, its light pushing back the shadows. The wraith recoiled, its form flickering uncertainly. "Let the light of truth and courage banish the shadows," Lily chanted, focusing all her energy into the crystal heart. The wraith shrieked and writhed as the light from the crystal heart intensified, filling the temple with a warm, radiant glow. The shadows around the wraith dissolved, and the dark figure began to dissipate. With a final piercing scream, the wraith vanished completely, and the mist cleared from the temple. Lily sighed with relief, her hands trembling but steady. The ancient book began to glow faintly, and the dark symbols on its cover softened. Lily carefully closed the book and placed it back inside the jeweled box. She knew that it was important to keep such a powerful and dangerous artifact safe. As she left the temple, the forest seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. The air felt lighter, and the trees stood tall and vibrant once more. Lily made her way back to the village she had passed on her way to the temple. The villagers welcomed her warmly, their eyes filled with gratitude and admiration for her bravery. One of the villagers, a wise old woman named Elena, approached Lily with a thoughtful expression. "You have done great work, but there are still other places that need your help. The map shows more locations where dark magic lingers." Elena handed Lily a small, intricately carved wooden box. Inside this box is an amulet that can help you in your quest. It has the power to reveal hidden threats and protect you from dark magic. Lily accepted the box with a grateful smile. She opened it to find a beautiful amulet with a crystal that glowed softly. She thanked Elena and the villagers for their support. With the amulet now a part of her journey, Lily set off once more. Her path led her to a series of ancient ruins deep within a scorching desert. The ruins were crumbling and half buried in sand, but the map indicated that this was another place where dark magic had left its mark. As she explored the ruins, she noticed strange symbols carved into the walls and remnants of old rituals. The air was heavy with an oppressive silence, broken only by the occasional gust of wind that stirred the sand. In the center of the ruins was a large stone circle surrounded by ancient glyphs. As Lily approached, the amulet began to glow more brightly. She placed the crystal heart and the amulet on the stone circle, and a hidden mechanism activated, revealing a hidden chamber beneath the ruins. Descending into the chamber, Lily found herself in a vast underground hall, filled with dusty relics and forgotten treasures. At the far end of the hall was a pedestal with a golden chalice, its surface encrusted with precious gems. The chalice radiated a faint, ominous glow. Lily approached the chalice cautiously. The amulet's light grew stronger, and she felt a powerful surge of energy emanating from it. The chalice seemed to pulse with dark magic, as if it was guarding an ancient secret. She knew that retrieving and purifying this chalice was essential to breaking the dark magic's hold. She took a deep breath and reached for the chalice. The moment her fingers touched it, the chamber was filled with a blinding light, and a deep, resonant voice echoed through the hall. Only those with a pure heart and true courage can harness the power of the chalice. Prove your worth, and the darkness shall be vanquished. Lily held the chalice firmly, channeling the light from the crystal heart and the amulet. The chalice's dark glow began to fade, and the oppressive energy in the chamber started to lift. She knew she had to act quickly to complete the purification. The light from the chalice intensified, filling the chamber with a warm, golden glow. The dark magic dissipated, leaving the chalice and the chamber renewed and purified. Lily placed the chalice back on the pedestal, feeling a sense of accomplishment. As she made her way out of the ruins, the desert seemed to come alive with color and vibrancy. The oppressive silence was replaced with the cheerful sounds of the desert's wildlife. Her journey continued, taking her to various places of dark magic and ancient curses. With each challenge she faced and each curse she lifted, Lily grew stronger and wiser. The amulet and the crystal heart guided her through every trial, and she knew that her mission was far from over. The world was full of mysteries, and Lily was determined to explore every corner, spreading light and hope wherever she went. Her adventures were just beginning, and she embraced each new day with courage and compassion, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As Lily's journey continued, she traveled through many lands, each with its own stories and challenges. She faced dark forces, lifted ancient curses, and spread kindness wherever she went. Her bravery and compassion made a lasting impact, and her reputation as a bearer of hope grew far and wide. One day, as she followed the map to a new location, she came upon a serene, hidden valley surrounded by majestic mountains. The valley was lush and beautiful, with crystal-clear streams and vibrant meadows. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers, and the peaceful sounds of nature created a soothing melody. In the heart of the valley stood a grand, ancient tree with glowing leaves that shimmered in every color of the rainbow. The tree seemed to exude a gentle, magical energy, and Lily felt an overwhelming sense of peace and fulfillment. The crystal heart and the amulet glowed warmly, their light mingling with the tree's radiant aura. As Lily approached the tree, a wise old guardian emerged from the shadows. She was a majestic figure with a flowing robe and a crown of silver leaves. Her eyes were kind and knowing, and she greeted Lily with a warm smile. "Welcome, Lily," the guardian said. "I am Ilara, the keeper of the Valley of Harmony. We have been watching your journey with great admiration." Lily bowed respectfully. "Thank you. I have traveled far and wide, spreading light and hope. I am grateful for the opportunity to make a difference." Ilara nodded. "You have indeed made a profound impact. The crystal heart and the amulet have helped you bring balance and harmony to many places. Now it is time for you to return to where your journey began." Lily felt a sense of completion and fulfillment. But where should I go next? Ilara's gaze was gentle and wise. "The world is vast, and your journey has taught you many valuable lessons. The time has come for you to share your wisdom and experiences with others. There are many who can benefit from your knowledge and kindness. Return to your own land and continue to inspire and guide those around you." Lily nodded, understanding the importance of this new chapter. She bid farewell to Ilara and the Valley of Harmony, her heart filled with gratitude for the experiences and lessons she had gained. Returning to her homeland, Lily found that things had changed in her absence. The village where she had first started her journey was thriving, and the people were flourishing. They welcomed her with open arms, eager to hear her stories and learn from her experiences. Lily shared her adventures with the villagers, teaching them about courage, compassion, and the power of kindness. She worked with them to build a community center where people could come together to learn, share, and support one another. As the years passed, Lily became a beloved figure in her land. She continued to travel, but now her journeys were more focused on nurturing and guiding the communities she visited. Her wisdom and kindness touched the lives of many, and her story became a legend passed down through generations. The crystal heart and the amulet were kept safe, symbols of the light and hope that Lily had brought into the world. They served as reminders that even in the darkest times, there was always a spark of hope to guide the way. Lily's adventures had shown her that the world was full of wonders, challenges, and opportunities to make a difference. She had learned that true fulfillment came not just from the places she visited or the challenges she overcame, but from the connections she made and the lives she touched. And so Lily's story continued, not as a tale of endless adventures, but as a testament to the power of kindness, courage, and the unending journey of spreading light in a world full of endless possibilities.